Hello and welcome to my channel, Shave in Solitude. My name is Siraj and I hope that all of you guys are having a great day. So in today's video, we are continuing with the review of Slant razors. And the razor that we are going to review is, oh no, it's not this. This is the Merkur 37C. I think we've already reviewed it, haven't we? Aha! Here is the surprise. This is the RazoRock German 37C, which is their homage to the Merkur 37C. Now, one of the very first things I hope you guys can see is that the blade gap on the RazoRock is far bigger than the blade gap on the Merkur. So what does this do? How does it change the shave characteristics? Well, stay with me to find out. Before we do that, let me take you guys the gear that we are going to be using. So obviously, the RazoRock German 37C. The blade pairing that I've decided to go with is a Gillette 7 o'clock yellow. For the shave soap, this is something new to the den, American Vintage Soap Company, AVSC. You would have gone ahead and seen their ads on Facebook if you guys are there. I saw Barry Bedford from A Texan Shave go ahead and talk about it. So I thought, let's go ahead and give these guys a try. So I will also be telling you guys on how I feel this particular shave soap is from this extremely small business making these particular shave soaps. For the shave brush today, we are going to be going with Frank Shaving. I recently picked up a few brushes of theirs. This one is not expensive at all. I'll put the price down over here. And it's a pretty decent brush. For the lathering bowl today, we are going to be going with the, I think it's called a Skyan shaving bowl. It's made of a resin composite material. And guys, if you are a bowl latherer, you need to check these guys out. They are phenomenal. Yes, it's a little bit on the pricier side, but trust me, this particular bowl is absolutely worth it. So we are going to be using this to whip up the lather. So while I go ahead and whip up the lather, let's get into the razor specifications. And in this video, because this is supposed to be an homage to the 37C, both in terms of razor specifications as well as subjective rating and final rating, I will be comparing this to the Merkur 37C. So let's quickly jump into the razor specs and then lather up and start the shave. Just so that you guys know, I'm working with a couple of days of beard growth. I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the razor specifications. Now on the left hand side here on this particular side of the table, I have the Merkur 37C. On the right hand side, I have the RazoRock German 37. Now there are a few things which go ahead and which jump out at you right away. Number one is the price, guys. As you guys can see, the 37C costs $60, whereas the German 37 costs just $25. And you know, to be very honest, the fit and finish of Merkur is not the best. I mean, I think they stamp the metal. Their finishes are not the best. Obviously, I mean, they have been coming out with some stainless steel stuff recently, but it's expensive as hell. So given that they're charging $60 for it and you're getting the German 37 for $25, it's a no-brainer. The second thing that you'll notice is in the material, you will notice that you have a brass handle with a chromed zinc alloy head. Here you have a 316L stainless steel handle with a similar head. Now, one of the key things in this is, given that the 37C is a two-piece, that means you cannot go ahead and change the handle out. That I think is a big plus for the German 37, because you can swap out the handle as you seem fit. If the knurling doesn't work for you on a handle, change it. If the balance doesn't work for you, you can go ahead, put a shorter handle, heavier handle, longer handle. You can change the balance of the razor, which I think is phenomenal. I'm not getting too much into the weight and stuff like that because like I've gone ahead and I've put over here, the weight varies with the handle depending upon whatever you go ahead and you put. The other thing that I can say is blade exposure is positive on the 37C, but it's very positive. You can definitely feel it on the German 37. So guys, we have the lather ready. And let me wet the face, put the lather on, and let's start with the shave. All right, we have lathered up. Let's begin. Just want to let you guys know the shaving soap, it really took a lot of water. And as you guys can see, it looks good on the face. I hope it shaves well as well. So let's go ahead and start with pass number 1 with the grain. Keep in mind the slightly larger blade cap. So technique is going to be important on this particular razor, and make sure that you're not applying too much of pressure. So very light pressure. Go with the grain, let the weight of the razor just fall down and shave your face. Let's start. The residual slickness on this soap is phenomenal, guys. I'll be honest, I don't care for the scent too much. I ordered sandalwood and doesn't smell like sandalwood to me. But as far as the performance of the soap goes, the slickness is phenomenal. A lot of stubble coming out, guys. Slickness is really good. American Vintage Soap Company is the name. I'll leave a link down below the video. Now, the good thing about this razor, given the large blade gap, if your technique is good, it's just going to slice through the hair. So it does torque the blade as slants do, and the torquing is good. It really makes the blade rigid, and it helps you to just cut through hair quickly. All right, money shot, so to speak. Okay, let me wash up, come back for pass number 2. So this soap took me a little work to dial it in. I was using it for the very first time. So based on how much lather I normally need, the product required is very little, guys. just about this much will give you enough lather for a good 3-pass shave. If you don't believe me, look at how much I still have. Oodles, just absolutely oodles. So give them a shot, guys. Again, I don't care for the scent. I thought I know what sandalwood smells like, and this does not smell like a typical sandalwood to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right. But I had a very different smell in my head regarding sandalwood, and this is not it. Alright gents, let's do pass number 2 across the grain. Again, pressure, minimal. This has a large blade gap. I haven't turned up the volume in the video, guys. This is how loud the razor sounds. Alright guys, I'm gonna wash up and come back for pass number 3. Alright, we washed up after pass number 2, and as you guys can see, I am pretty much done. So this is the key thing that you need to remember about this razor. It cuts hair quickly, really quickly, and as long as you're not chasing a BBS, a 2-pass shave with this will give you a slightly step above a damn fine shave and slightly below a full BBS. So if that is somebody which fits your face type, then you don't chase a BBS because it tears your face apart. This is a phenomenal razor. 2 passes and you're done. But obviously, continuing from that, you know me, I need my BBS. So I will do a 3rd pass, although like I'm saying, for maybe 7 out of 10 people, you don't need to do a 3rd pass. Alright, we are ready for pass number 3. Remember guys, remember the blade gap. The reason that I'm continuing to talk about the blade gap is when I tried this razor for the first time and I used the same way that I shave the amount of pressure that I normally use, it tore me up. It tore me up so much that I had to shave with a different razor for the next 3 days for my skin to calm down. Which is why, and if you guys have been watching my videos for some time, you know that I've got pretty hard skin. So the fact that it tore me up, if this has been used by somebody who doesn't have as hard a skin as mine, it's going to do something worse to you. So respect the razor, respect the blade gap, and follow the technique. All right, let's do pass number 3. Minimal pressure, guys. So although there is nothing stated on the website, I am absolutely sure blade exposure on this is definitely positive and quite a bit. You can definitely feel the blade. Residual slickness on this soap is phenomenal, guys. You can see that. It's been a couple of minutes that I shaved on the side. And it's still slick. Let's do the chin. And finally, the mustache. All right, let me wash up and see if I need to do any touch-ups. This is squeaky clean. Right? We are good, guys. We are absolutely good. No touch-ups required. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to now put the alum and let's see what does the alum say. All right, here we go. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of feedback. I would say on a scale of on a scale of 5, around a 1. All right. I am going to keep this on for 30 seconds, wash it off, apply the splash, and then take you guys through my subjective rating of both the German 37C from RazoRock and compare it to what is the rating that I had given the Merkur 37C. And then come back to you guys with my final thoughts. So stay tuned. So let's look at my subjective rating, and like I've said in the past, I'm going to compare it to the Merkur 37C because that is what it's trying to copy. Now in terms of value and fit and finish, Merkur 37C is fine. It's okay. It's nothing great. And that is the rating which I'd gone ahead and I'd given. Balance was good. Wasn't great because you couldn't change the handle, so you were stuck with what you had. I think it did a great job when it came to going ahead and mowing down the hair, so I gave it a great over there. Even though the blade exposure was positive, it gave a pretty overall great shape. It wasn't bad. So I went ahead, I had given it an overall rating of 78.75. Now compared to that, the RazoRock number 1 value is phenomenal, guys. Absolutely phenomenal for $25 what you're getting. Fit and finish, now you might say, hey Siraj, if you gave value good, why are you giving this as good? The reason that I'm just giving this as a good and not as a great is I feel that they could have charged a little bit more. They could have made the head stainless steel, and more than that, they could have gone ahead and covered some of the blade tabs and stuff like that. I mean, they did go ahead and do that in the Goat razor. They made it better in every way. I feel RazoRock could have gone ahead and done that as well. So balance obviously is great because you can use whatever handle that you want. So that's great. It really mows down the hair. Aggressiveness I've given an okay because you need to be careful with this particular razor. If you don't, you need a lot more technique with this razor compared to the regular 37C, which is why okay is the rating which I've gone ahead and given, and it results in an overall score of 86.25. So we're back with my final thoughts. I've already taken you guys through the subjective rating regarding the RazoRock German 37. So do I recommend this razor? Absolutely. Keep in mind that this razor will bite you if you're not careful. It is not your Merkur 37C. The 37C is a far milder razor. If you're just starting off, if you're a beginner, you want to try your first slant, and you are a little skeptical of how it's going to work for you, buy the 37C or any of the other recommendations that I've given in this slant series. However, if you know how a slant works, if you are an experienced shaver, if you know technique, if you know pressure, get the RazoRock German 37. It's a phenomenal razor. You guys saw that I was pretty much done in 2 passes if I wanted to be, right? It's only my stupidness of chasing BBS every time is what causes me to have a little bit of a razor burn if I use this as a daily shaver. However, with the proper technique and making sure that you have well hydrated soap, you're gonna love this razor. Finally, I must say guys, if you haven't tried American Vintage Soap Company, you need to give them a try. Again, I didn't care for the scent, and scent is subjective, right? But purely for performance, this performed exceptionally well. Just so that you guys know, even after a 3-pass shave, I have so much still left. And you can see how nice and yogurty it is, and it's just, going from one side of the shaving board to the other. So it's an excellent soap. Give it a try. And this razor, oh my God, you guys are going to love it. Like I said, use the proper technique and you will be rewarded. I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you are having a great weekend and that you'll have a great week ahead. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.